to Montgomery, Illinois in the flood of July 2010. That goes over that dam usually just flows down and straight across, but as we can see, it is a raging river right now. That water is about 15 feet over where it normally is. You can see water flowing kind of in the middle of where I'm shooting, and that's where an outlet is from over there, where the water passes through a tube and comes out there. And fishermen, you can usually stand down on those bricks so you can see about 2.5 rows of bricks that are exposed. Usually there's about 15 rows of bricks going down to the water, but the river is so high, flowing so fast, I'll bet this thing's going nuts right now. This stream flow monitoring station. We'll take a little walk onto our little island, as we like to call it, but it's not really an island because you can walk to it, because that land right over there connects it. Otherwise it would be an island. And the houses over there, their backyards are full of water. Some of them houses over there, yellow and the brown house, are right up against the water. They may have water in their basements right now. Now this path goes all the way to a parking lot, which then takes you up to Ashland Avenue. That parking lot has now been closed because the parking lot's underwater. And as you can see up here, as what happens whenever the river gets high, and this river got high in less than 12 hours. Boom. See, all this area here used to be grass. And then the Park District, Fox Valley Park District, got tired of the river flowing high and wrecking the grass. So they just said, screw it, we're just going to let the native plants grow. And the path ends here, unless you want to walk there, but I'm wearing shoes and socks and I don't feel like taking them off and walking in the river. But I'm sure it's very comfortable. Water's nice and warm, being that it's been in the 90s the last couple of days, but you can see where the path goes. It's right along there and curves off to the left, but see, what's nice though is back in the day, like 2 years ago, before a big flood like this just trashed the island, they had grass and they would come out, you know, and there's a fish just jumped right in the... So what's happening is all the water is coming this way, and because the river stops and it goes through a tube, it all backs up, and since the water level is higher than the land level, it washes over the island and out into the main channel, which is there, and you can see the people standing in the backyard watching the water rise. I'm sure it's going to rise for at least another day. We've got more thunderstorms coming in today. Now what's going to make it worse is Wisconsin 2 days ago had shitloads of rain and lots of flooding, And all that water will head south, so eventually it will work its way on the Fox River. So we got a double whammy here. We got Wisconsin from 2 days ago. We got Illinois here, heavy rain last night, heavy rain. Probably got over an inch of rain. I haven't heard the total, but yeah, it used to be free-flowing when there were not all these plants and it was all grass. Yeah, because the river would come in here and it'd wash out big ruts of grass and stuff like that. It'd just wash it away. Because water is an erosive element. So welcome to the flood of 2010, July. I should say, welcome to the Montgomery flood of July 2010, because I doubt there'll be another one. We get about 1 or 2 a year. Seems like we get one in the early spring, and we get one in the winter time, or I mean, one in the summertime. So 1 to 2 times a year this happens. Depends on the rain. See the crane flying over. There he comes. Landing in the water. Working today, so I could see this. I'd be out. I'll be looking at the river today. Of course, I want to thank my buddy Mike, who told me the river was this high. I didn't even realize it was this high until he told me, hey, there's picnic tables where the water's up to the top, just probably further down. In fact, it could be right over there. I see picnic table where the water looks like it's up to the benches. I don't see anything really big. That last house is nice and high. I mean, the river would have to be really high up to flood his property. But as you go further down the block, they're a lot lower. I don't know why people don't erect like a 2-foot wall, 1 foot to 2 foot wall on their property to keep the water out. Ooh, dead fish with flies all over them. The flood of July 2010, Montgomery, Illinois. See ya!